Okay, we can do things. Um, if you don't know, let me just explain. One of the first lessons I learnt when I remembered that I was God was my angel taught me that I can offer various ideas about how to proceed. For example, negotiating with the Pope in the Vatican, the peaceful surrender of the church that destroyed me, and still carries on pretending they're worshipping me when I'm living in a narrowboat in poverty and a legal status as a squatter. I've broken down engine for 3 years, and because well, I had a very successful media business in 2016, which was going viral. I mean, I was making. I could have. I didn't monetize them, but I mean, £4,000 a week, and now I'm a carer, and between my mum's house and my boat, on £70 a week, and I am God, the creator of everything. So the Catholics gave money to who exactly? Well, they think the Catholic Church, but obviously, really, to me, I've never had a penny in my life, and still, I'm not, But it kind of leaves a bit of a bitter taste, really, and all that riches and splendour, and come and have a look. And why should I? Why should I allow? I could close them down in court. I mean, I could just say everything they're saying about me is complete bullshit. Here I am. I wrote the Bible. Who do you want to believe? These fraudsters or the author? You know, very hard to get through to you people. But so one of the things we're going to do is obviously going to go in and try and do things similar as you would, and in the Vatican, and my angels can basically live that timeline and show me what happens if we do that. And we run outcomes. That's why we ended up picking, for example, Emma Watson and the 12 prophetesses, because we ran so many different outcomes, and it was the best outcome. So that's what my angels do. So they went off into the future, and they said, look, if you negotiate with the Pope, everything will be going as expected until the Pope's delegation goes off for an hour or so to dinner or something. And you're passing time, and you're alone in this big, sort of massive room with a huge high ceiling and a big statue on the far end. You're walking up to the statue at the far end, and you hear someone behind you. Turn around, and it's some sort of circus act, really. little acrobats with some silver armour on, and but man is sort of elbows and things, and he does cartwheels and stuff, and he does all these sword tricks. First time he comes round, big circle, and comes right up to my face. Really, really annoys me. That does. Trying to intimidate me, didn't intimidate me. Didn't flinch or anything. Second time he comes round, the angel knows his intent is different. Yeah, so they told him to try and kill me. So my angel lifted him up backwards and lifted him to the roof and impaled him for the Pope's delegation to see. When they came in, it was like I didn't expect that. So what I always do is I try and I do everything I can to stop my beautiful angels having to do these things. They will do these things, and so will I, if it comes down to it. But I will do everything possible to, so they don't have to, because it's not nice. No one likes it. Well, the nice people don't like it anyway. So what happens in a situation where the Pope, there's a prophet sent into the world, it's me, I deliver a prophecy, Chernobyl, that prophecy comes to pass, but the Pope decides that they investigate, they have absolute proof that it's Chernobyl nuclear disaster prophesied, but they're not going to act on it, they're not going to tell anyone, they're not going to change their activism, they're not going to tell you lot. I mean, did they tell you lot? Did they? They said, we've got a warning from God about nuclear proliferation, power plants. 40 years ago. That was 40 years ago. I personally told John Redwood, who at least allowed me to post the prophecy revelation. Obviously, he took took it fairly seriously, but it didn't in the end affect, as far as I can remember, his how he voted, which was in support for. So it's very depressing because the prophets can't get the message through because the evil priestcraft. I mean, what can I say? They're responsible, or they would have been responsible, if we hadn't intervened for our messages about nuclear power plants being ignored, and essentially the end of the world. Because again, we are not lying to you, and we're not saying this for any other reason. We can see the future, so we can see what your policies do. So really, aren't we the best politicians? I'm not saying we want. I'm not sure we're going to take over, and because we can see how all your policies work out. But the policy, really, of nuclear disaster I mean, that just beggars belief. I can't even believe that you can be so stupid as to allow. I mean, some places were. Germany, as far as I can remember, I think Germany banned nuclear power. But so who is responsible here? We're going to have to find out, aren't we? And I know the British government. I would stand down. I really would, because your policies have caused or contributed to the extinction of the human race. Because there are such things as magnetic. They're warning about it on YouTube. Plenty of warnings that say it's definitely going to happen. And no one could put two and two together. So what do we need, really? I mean, politicians of the world, right? Do you know what the spirit of Babylon is? It's vile. It's absolutely disgusting. It's the love of ruling over others. Yeah. And I'm God, but I hate people that want to rule over others. I don't, and I'd ask the question: what do you think you do? Yeah, I mean, we've given you a good example of how everything. Why do you want to do that? It should be something. It should be something that people do reluctantly. Not people want to. It's like joining the police force. You attract all the wrong people for all the wrong reasons. And if the politicians are hiding behind that 8 thumbs down thing, sending us strategic communications. I'm really, really, really pissed off about that, because that just really does make matters even far worse. I mean, what we're suggesting here is during the period the Roman Catholic Church were desperately trying to kill me and kill anyone certainly kill me, because I was getting close to famous people. That was their big thing. So I don't know what happened there, but there must have been a prophet before me or something that said what I'd do, and for some reason, or they must know. I don't know. Anyway, my plan was, my angels would send me. Whoever would respond, to them, and all of the people that came were beautiful, famous Christian women, and they responded to my angels. And why is that important? Well, first of all, Emma Watson, for example, she is an activist, yeah, and she is inspired by. She's the first person to recognise that I'm Jesus, and she came out of the blue when she was single on tagged, and then again later. I mean, she just knows. Yeah, all of them came. I mean, people thought I was making it up, or the government were playing, mind tricks on me or something. But that's because. People have really disrespected me all the way through, and I don't want the political class to disrespect me now, because we are actually trying to think about what's best for the world here. And you must admit yourself that if the Pope is going to shut the messages from the prophets, so we can't get a message to you about the warning of a warning about nuclear proliferation, that the politicians are then going to act on, because we know that 70 years later there's going to be a magnetic polar shift, and if there's lots of nuclear power plants, it's just obvious, isn't it? It's not a very good idea. So we're trying to get a message and a warning to you about that. The Pope is, instead of listening to the prophets, he's being as rude as he possibly can, trying to kill the prophets and suppressing them and ruining their lives. And So we can't get a message through that way, and the politicians are just completely blind to the danger, and it happens, and the human race goes extinct. Why should I, as creator of why should I accept as something inferior to my divinely inspired wise prophetesses who are, brilliant? I mean, they are. We've searched the hearts and minds of everyone, and we think they are just brilliant, yeah? I mean, they're better than you lot. I'm sorry, but if we need to get a message, an urgent message, we need people who are going to respond to the angels, and you don't. You don't want anything to do with me, really. And so, really, why should I, entertain you any longer? We've got beautiful women that really love me. Yeah, it's my place. And they also happen to be, what's most important is, they respond to angels, and that's how they all came to me. I can prove that, or watch my earlier vids on BitChute, and you'll see I've been constantly saying these are angel operations. Yeah, angels are sending me, and that has been proven to be the case. And now you know why it's important, because if we need to get an emergency message through because the Pope's blocking all the prophets, these are we want these. Basically, we want these people rolling, and I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to find a proper job. Yeah.